Hello, Mark Crossfield here. More Ask Golf Guru Q&A questions and answers coming at you from the Ask Golf Guru app for our Android devices, iPhone and iPad. Question here from David talking about adjustable heads on golf clubs. Let's get stuck in. So, question here from David. Hi Mark, I'm wondering what the point of having an adjustable driver head is. How is adjusting the head different from just turning the grip in your hand? Thanks for your help, David. Good question, David. Well, it depends how the club adjusts, doesn't it? So let's take left and right shots. If I'm hitting at the camera here, left and right shots. Companies like Titleist use a hosel called SureFit, which adjusts, and that changes the lie of the club. And the lie of the club can make the loft, and this one's confusing for people, point more left and right. So it doesn't turn the face in, closed or open as in that leading edge or top edge of a driver. It changes the lie to manoeuvre the ball a little bit left or right. So it changes the lie to adjust where the loft point's closed or open. But only when clubs with a little loft, that'll be very small, so it's tweaking. So when you put that club down at the ball, you won't see much of a difference. It'll just be lying slightly more toed up, which would make it go left, and slightly flatter, which would encourage it to go to the right. So obviously in your setup, that's not twisting the club in your grip. That would be changing the lie. So it's a little bit more intricate. If you were to just change it in your grip, I mean, you could do that. There'd be consistency issues. So are you changing it the same amount each time? And that's going to create different torques along the shaft, which might compromise loft a little bit through impact, which requires your hands to be in different places that impact, those kind of things. So the adjustability on most of these drivers is very subtle. And it's there really, I mean, it started on tour. And it was there given to the guys on tour so they didn't have to kind of heat, remove shafts, bend heads, go back. They wanted to give the tour players instant fixes. And then it's kind of just bled out into the consumer market. But the tour players are having, like, you know, minuscule little tweaks to try and help them get a feeling and find a fairway, where often for you guys out there playing and asking questions, you need bigger fixes. So the adjustability on the driver isn't going to fall into those kind of spectrums, even though the manufacturers will try and say, oh, it goes 30 yards from left, more right, and from extreme settings. Wow. Subject to how you're releasing the club, that's subject to how you react to what the club looks like. It's just not as black and white as that. Adjustable drivers are good and they work. The way they're different is they're changing lie, they're changing loft and giving you a consistent loft so you can just put the club down. You wouldn't have to keep, again, changing grip or handle positions. So they're allowing you to work a couple of maybe your kind of intricacies that are different in your swing into your game without having to change them. You can just set that club up to help. But they're only fine-tuning. They're doing small amounts, nowhere near as much as the manufacturers will advertise to you that they're doing. And well, if you speak to them, actually, their advertising suggests that it does more, but if you speak to them, they'll be honest. They'll say, oh, no, you need to get fitted and you need a lesson because it's only going to bring the ball flight in X amount. They are good like that. They will say that. It's just their marketing is kind of sweeping statements, and we read into it often a lot more. Oh, it does so much more than we think, and we don't read the small print quite a lot. But maybe they shouldn't put small print on there. But that's a different boy. So it is quite different. It's intricate. It allows you to set the club up in a way without you thinking about it. You can just grip it rather than changing it in your grip each time thinking, have I changed that enough? That's really the difference between your question. So if it's the grip or if it's the adjustability. I've never got into adjustability on clubs that much because I know it's much more to do with me, and my variables with any club could be 40 yards bigger than any club can move the ball. You see what I mean? So if I can get my variables tighter, then I don't matter what club, I can play around any club. If your variables are 100 yards, so you can hit 50 yards left or 50 yards right on the next shot, there's no club out there that's going to bring those variables in. They're really going to move the ball kind of 6 or 7 yards subject to how you react to it. So trying to focus on the club rather than you, which is the point I always make. I make that in the shaft flex videos that people always miss the point. Pros always miss that point as well. It's more about your variables are much bigger than any of this equipment can do. But we're also focused on getting the equipment right. Oh God, what about your variables? Your variables are massive. So even if you have a shaft that fits perfectly or a loft that fits perfectly, well, your variables can vary by 6, 7 degrees, 100 yards. But you've got a shaft that's perfect for you. I mean, what? It's perfect for you on which shot, on which variable of shot are you hitting? They are small little bits. Get your variables tight, guys. It's you. The manufacturers make you believe it's them, but it's not. It's all on you. Post your question. Hope that helps. Let me know what you think. Lovely little rant in there as well. Post comments about that. Speak to you soon. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.